hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. Frebs.
What?
How y'all doing?
I have soup.
So good.
What a coincidence, because Quinn is about to be soup.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
fuck.
Oh,
That
no.
was uncalled for, I'm sorry.
But I like him.
No!
He's just a little guy and it's his birthday.
He's a little guy. It's his birthday. He's a little birthday guy.
He's just a little birthday guy.
Birthday boy in his birthday suit.
Birthday soup?
Birthday suit.
Hey, does anyone really know the pure freedom of just covering yourself in soup and
In a
rolling
glitch.
around your house?
I feel like you cycled through like 3 or 4 accents and that's it.
I mean, I have taken very long hot bubble baths that basically become soup.
Human soup.
I think
Human
that's more
soup.
like a
Actually.
stew.
I mean, there's only one chunk and it's me, so I
What
don't
would
know.
it be? A human
Wait,
gumbo?
is a
chunk.
bubble bath a soup and then like a hot tub is a stew because it's a rolling boil?
Well,
I
do you,
think a stew is about the texture of the like, I think the difference between a soup and a stew is like
I hate this.
contents.
You know what?
What's
Aaron?
a goyle gotta do to get broiled in some man soup over
Nope.
here?
No,
No.
Jesus Christ, bro.
No.
That's enough of that.
it's
Hey,
nothing but
I thought about this long and hard, and I hate this.
it's nothing but piss and human soup with us.
All right.
It's
Anyone
more like
watching,
soup.
the whole pre-show
With cheese
talk was all
toast.
about milk as well, so
Oh,
this is not an
no.
improvement.
I still don't know where that came from. Like, I don't
believe
get
you mean
the
killed.
joke.
It's just...
Uh,
Here's the thing.
No.
Milk is a way of life.
Malt? Malt.
It's milk in almost every form tastes vile to me.
Thank you, Johnny.
Um,
Thank
You
you,
don't
Johnny.
like cheese?
Yes.
Well, now wait.
correct answer
That's
to
not milk. That's
Cheese is
cheese.
not
I didn't
milk.
say dairy. I said milk.
Where do you
Okay.
think
This
dairy
is
comes from?
clearly a
Milk.
heated debate.
All dairy comes from milk, bruh. Cheese
Yes.
was milk.
But it transitions into something else.
At what
Milk-
point does milk
transcends
stop being
As
milk?
milk.
Cheese is not milk, cheese is mold.
We
Excuse you.
are
Cheese
the
is
only creatures.
not mold. Blue cheese has mold in it.
Oh.
We are the only
This is-
creatures in the animal kingdom that consumes the milk of another creature.
Yeah,
Listen,
because we've got fucking
adulthood.
swag, my guy.
I want to be
Past
clear.
Adulthood or past
Like
childhood.
chocolate milk and strawberry milk, I can get behind for some reason. Almond milk, I can even bear.
Johnny,
but like
milk
we are
is bad.
literally opposites. My beliefs are completely antithetical to yours. I love milk. I hate flavored milks.
we create a whole
Same,
milk
same.
prison.
I will drink heavy whipping cream straight from the fucking carton.
Hot damn.
Straight from the fucking heavy whipped cow.
Oh my god!
Disgusting. Your guts.
Wait,
your
Is
guts
that not how you make heavy whipping cream?
You know,
Holy
with the
shit.
cows.
Oh,
second-
Power's got a good point. What about milkshakes?
The
Because
second
they're
you-
technically still mostly milk, but they're mixed with ice cream. So it's
It's-
like milk and ice cream.
The only one I
Skip it.
can get behind is a mint chocolate chip milkshake.
I fucking
Because
love
I love mint chocolate chip and it
What
counteracts a lot
cereal?
of
We're battling.
There's one
Cereal?
correct answer here.
If there was a way for me to eat the cereal and not consume the milk and not be a social outcast, I would. But I
me tell you-
consume the
Orange
milk
juice in your
because
cereal.
Let me tell you something.
it's
Let
the
me tell you something.
socially approved.
I know someone personally who eats cereal with water.
No.
I knew
Okay,
someone
I-
like that too.
See, I can't do that. No, like the milk adds something specific to the cereal. I think it's a
Oat
milk.
compliment to. That's the thing, right? Is it like milk as a compliment to other things potentially, right?
Drinking-
Like chocolate milk, strawberry
What
milk,
about
almond milk.
cookies?
Are we just
dipped in
glossing
milk?
over cereal with water? Are we
Cereal
just
with water is
glossing over that?
disgusting. There are people who do
Admittedly,
that, and I don't
There
understand
was
them.
there was a time in college where I had very few things in my pantry, and one of them was cereal, and another was brown
Water.
rice and barbecue sauce. And I tried to make
No,
brown rice,
no.
and I put barbecue sauce on my brown rice, but I didn't know how to cook the brown rice right, so it was crunchy. So I had a
Adrian.
bowl
Oh
of
my
crunchy
god,
brown rice and
Adrian,
barbecue
that
sauce.
gives me chest pains.
I
And then
forgive
the
you.
other thing was is I had cereal but no milk, so I definitely put water in it so I could eat cereal
Is-
because I had nothing
is-
else in my pantry.
Is this before or after you spent like 3 days straight fucking dancing and pounding Red Bulls?
Oh, this is well before. This is early college days.
Gotcha.
These are the before times.
You
This-
should not be.
It
you
was the
should
best
be
of
dead.
times. It was the
You
worst
should
of
be dead.
times.
Holy shit.
Welcome to college life when you're
Captain Bush, like Captain Crunch in Bush Light beer.
Oh,
No.
No.
You can't be serious.
Okay,
No.
so hear me.
Who
I
said
feel
that?
like there's actually a really good
Who said
argument
that?
to be made to have like cereal
Powers.
and beer together. I feel
cereal
like
and beer, if you had the
No
right
way.
barley-based
It has to be the
cereal
right
and the
one.
right beer,
like a
Powers.
cream ale.
I could see
like
that.
I could see a cream ale or like a
A
porter.
nice cream
like a milk
ale
stout
with a
or
Captain
something?
Crunch.
I'm
Yeah.
not knocking it.
No,
I'm just,
I don't-
I'm incredulous. Like,
I
I didn't
can see
even
that y'all need
consider
Jesus.
that
we're
as
going
No.
to
like a
hell.
possibility.
No,
We're all
thank
going
you.
to hell.
Oh my god.
And a handbasket together, and that handbasket has lots of milk.
Don't speak for me. I'm not going there.
I don't
think you're
believe
going
that.
Say we're
so
all
I'm
going
safe.
to hell.
I changed my
think
mind.
I'm
I'm not going now.
I'm not going. They have
I'm not
Pilk there.
really
I don't know what the
interested in
hell's
that.
going on.
You guys
I'm gonna go to the void. I'll
You
go
guys
cease
go.
to exist.
I think
you
I've
guys
got
can
something
go to
going
hell.
on that day.
I feel like I'm in the void right now.
Well, before we can get to the void, we gotta get out of the Feywild.
True.
Man, I'm glad you. Great. Yeah.
There's your pitch.
And Spike. Who's ready for a recap?
That is two
I'm
different
ready.
sports.
Fuck yeah.
Emotionally, no.
We're just gonna have a fun time. It's just gonna be a nice little fun time. So,
Mhm.
last we left off, the Soul Seekers had a moment to breathe after an intense encounter with a strange fey creature who swapped their bodies with their friends and forced them to experience each other's memories. The group spent some time digesting the experience, and at the end of their day of travel came to a peaceful-looking cave on a ridge. Demetrius received a frantic message from his daughter Ophelia through his sending stone. She was worried sick, as it had been 2 weeks, not 2 nights, since she'd heard from him. Evidently, time passed differently in the Feywild. Valora apologized for not saying anything to the group. She knew from a friend who had ventured into the Feywild and thought they had already known. Quinn tried to cast sending to the kidnapped members of the Damercog, but received only silence in reply. The rest of the group spoke about the visions they'd seen, with May, Quinn, and Rocky opting to discuss their visions in private, and Celine opting to discuss her vision not at all. May and Rocky spoke a bit about Rocky's past, with May disclosing to her that her lost memories, along with a piece of her soul, were likely trapped in the ring she wore. Rocky worried that she would lose herself if she decided to release the contents of her ring, ultimately deciding to take some time to think about it. Quinn followed up with May to discuss her own past and worries, with Quinn offering support, and May leaning on Quinn a little bit, perhaps for the first time, followed up with May's particular brand of humor. That night, Valora and Quinn had a conversation about their respective missing friends, and spoke candidly about their worries. Quinn worried that the Damercog were finally being killed off, and Valora spoke about her friend, Mirakita, who had disappeared in a realm where she couldn't follow or look for her. In the morning, the group set back out, and eventually, after some mid-travel conversations, reached the outer borders of the Shiverpine Grove. There, they were met by a group of fireflies, who Quinn was able to discern with the help of his universal speech, were friendly and vibing very high, and were there to guide them to the Grove Center. The Soul Seekers discussed the possibility that this was a trap, and decided to let the fireflies lead them forward. They came to the edge of a small village, and were met by a man with white hair and red eyes, who introduced himself as Bale. Demetrius asked him in Sylvan, a language no one had heard him speak yet, if he had seen Thalia, and Bale said that she had arrived not long ago. As he led the Soul Seekers to her, he said that she had made a deal with the Lord of Flowers, and not to be alarmed or do anything rash. He then led them to a small hut where Thalia Langston lay, wrapped in vines, looking to be on the verge of death. The Lord of Flowers appeared then, stating that she had chosen to join the new covenant. It is here that we rejoin our party. Let me pull up Vinon's image.
Quinn is going to just place a hand on Demetrius' shoulder.
Demetrius places a hand on the gun.
Let's be cool. Let's be cool, big guy. All right. Let's be cool.
Maintaining his talk in Sylvan. Release her now.
Replying in Sylvan. We cannot.
I think you can. You're simply choosing not to.
One can.
What do you mean one can?
This one has chosen to join the new covenant, to lend her soul to the grove. One may take her place. But what is in motion here? We cannot stop.
Can I, sorry, I can't understand what you guys are saying. But can I touch her for a moment?
You may.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to Thalia and just kind of like nod towards Demetrius. And I am going to. Does she have a pulse?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Bow.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Fine.
She's warm.
Okay. Was warm good or bad?
Yes, it's good.
Is it good? I'm role playing. Okay, I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, what are the conditions of that spell?
You grant semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range. I feel like that would be the big deciding factor.
Not a corpse.
The spell fails as you cast it.
Okay, good to know.
It has nothing to take root in.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good.
I don't know what the two of you were speaking about, but Demetrius, you seem very angry.
This Lord of Flowers is, it would appear he's got my wife. And that only one can bring her back.
Well,
We do not have her yet.
why not make a deal?
This can be arranged. This one has agreed to join the grove. She has promised her soul.
That's a lot.
It is a fair price for a journey home.
I hardly think that's a fair price.
We believe it is fair.
So you would have someone take their place?
We would have nothing. This is for you to decide. Her soul resists.
Her soul
There.
resists. What do you mean by that?
Feel like that sounds non-consensual to me.
This one has agreed to join the grove. Perhaps something in this one's subconscious resists the integration. It may be confusing.
Would it be arranged that some could be given now and some at another time?
I don't think this is a. I don't think this is a pay in intervals type deal, my guy.
Those who join the grove, who lend their souls to the new covenant, promise a bond. Unbreakable by any magic. They will live their life. And at the end, they will return here.
Take my life instead.
Maybe we can work something out.
Yeah, we can work something out. You take me instead. Release her.
Demetrius, you being here would be just as painful to her as it is to you. You would be causing her more pain. Take me.
Okay.
You would join the
However,
grove.
I can't ask you to do that. This is not your sacrifice to
I
make.
wasn't asking you, Demetrius.
You wish to join the new covenant?
I would hear what my friend has to say first. But if that can guarantee this person's freedom from such a bond, yes.
Celine would like, while all this is happening, Celine would like to just disappear into the background.
All right, it is a one-room kind of like building. Was there anything you were like trying to do?
I was gonna try and sneak attack, fucking stab him while everyone was fucking talking.
Jesus Christ, Tori!
Fucking stab this plant man.
Okay.
As well, okay.
Before anybody goes sacrificing anybody, let's have a conversation, okay?
There is little time.
Okay, listen, we are kind of on a schedule here. So how about we do this? Your goal is, correct me if I'm wrong, to spread the new covenant, to get new people to join, right?
This is a satisfactory synopsis.
Okay. What if, hear me out, what if we brought something to convert people in the material plane?
You do not reside in the material plane.
But we do.
Hold on.
You do not.
Celine stops trying to hide and is like, guys, I got this. And she pushes through. And she goes right up to this guy and looks him in the eyes and is like, I know exactly what we need here. This will solve everyone's problems. And like while maintaining eye contact, she just pushes her blade into this man's chest.
It kind of sinks in.
Right.
Do you do anything else?
Nope.
As you watch, there are these little like vines that kind of begin to wrap around the hilt.
Oh.
They begin to crawl outward,
Okay.
starting to reach around your fingers.
Yeah, I take it back. I take it off.
If
I'm
that
like,
is
can
how
have
you
that.
wish this to go.
It's I kind of pull Celine back. It's not how we want this to go at all.
No.
I do.
We
Time is running out.
we
Oh,
know of a couple of areas where the
You just said time's running out.
the spaces between the Feywild and the material plane are weak. So if we can perhaps get people to go to those places, we can maybe convince them to come in, and you can have an endless number of people coming in exchange for this one life. We could bring you even more. We could be your envoys in the material plane. I'm trying to roll deception.
Okay. If it's all right, go ahead and roll deception. If you're trying to roll deception.
Okay. Rock and roll.
Ooh. Can I do something? Okay, I'm gonna do something on my end. I'm trying to do a hidden roll and I forgot how to do that.
Slash GM roll.
I don't want stream to see it either.
Oh.
Well, you
Always just roll a dice.
Yeah, do you have dice?
Like physical dice.
And that can be whatever you say it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Their eyes kind of narrow. What is in motion here cannot be stopped. Not by us.
So it sounds like we're not talking to the boss. And for the decision maker to be the one to be able to make a decision, we need to talk to them.
Can I sidebar with Koigrim?
Sure.
May just kind of like moves over while everybody else is chatting. Koigrim, you have somebody.
Not
Let's
here.
do it.
Not now. There's no guarantee that she will come back. I know the pain he lives. If I can rob him of it, I will. I know I don't understand everything. But it seems wrong to relegate any one of you to this fate. You said that I get to live my life, and I will. And it will probably be a very long and happy life.
Right. And he looks up toward the being.
This is for you to decide.
When one takes this oath, they live their life, and then they return here.
One lives a life protected by the Shiver Pine.
Can you be more specific? I'm not very smart.
Your soul. Will belong to the new covenant.
Will I be a slave?
There are no slaves to the new covenant.
Will I have independent thought?
Yes. You will
Will
tend
I
to
have
the
the ability
trees.
to act on that?
Yes. We do not desire slaves. We do not desire mindlessness. We desire full living souls.
Willing participants.
A life and beyond in the new covenant is a life dedicated to the natural places. The only darkness you will know is the comfort of the night. Time is running out. Decide.
Koigrim just looks at Demetrius and gives like a kind of a weak smile.
Demetrius just shakes his head.
This
Rocky
I
ain't-
leans.
accept.
Go ahead. Rocky leans is like, you're still not the decision maker. It sounds like you can't actually choose anything for us.
Rocky.
We need someone who can actually make the decision into the green guy space.
We are the new covenant.
So who's your boss?
Sometimes
Who's in
mortals
charge?
put magic in motion that cannot be undone. And this is no different.
Lay upon the block, if this is your choice.
He like it's visible that like he's shaking with just the amount of like weight and adrenaline that's going. He takes his great axe and gently leans it against a wall or the door frame, and he looks back at everyone and he says,
Would all of you accept Demetrius' leave, please?
Oigram, you don't have to do this. This is
I know.
I can take the place.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna walk over to Quagrim before I leave, and I'm going to just like place both my hands on the side of his head, and I'm going to kiss him on the forehead. And as I do that, I'm going to cast protection from evil and good. Just something.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
And as I step back, I don't know if this is the right choice. But I don't know what our other options are.
He gets very quiet and almost whispers just to you.
My rage isn't just in my body. It's in my heart. And that is wrong. I need it to change.
Okay. Quinn walks out.
He just kind of sheepishly follows behind Quinn out of the building.
Turning to Bale, the Lord of Flowers. I guess only Demetrius would understand. He says to him in Sylvan, "Watch them." And Bale kind of like short nods, then eyes flick up to Demetrius. And he kind of follows everyone out.
Demetrius's like jaw is just clenched, hands still wrapped around the gun, but stay still.
Once everyone is out of the room, Demetrius, for the first time in all of this, you see genuine fear on Quagrim's face. There's a moment where everyone departs and he's just with you and Bale and...
Vanan and Demetrius are in the room with you.
Yes, right. There's this vulnerability that comes up, and he slowly takes a shaky breath and walks over to the pedestal, and just sits on it and kind of looks at Demetrius and says,
It feels very childish to ask this of you, and you may refuse. But will you hold my hand?
I can do that.
Quagrim lays down as best he can with his hand, kind of just out, waiting, and as he stares up at the ceiling, just kind of talks out loud, waiting as everything can kind of begin.
Awesome.
I wasn't supposed to be the strong one.
You're quite possibly the strongest of all of us, Goigan.
If everything goes well, I won't leave you just yet. You know?
Don't worry, you ain't going anywhere.
Don't hurt anybody, please.
Yeah, I can't make that promise, but I'll do my best.
Hey.
He closes his eyes.
We will begin. Vanan's hands, you feel them as you close your eyes kind of come over your shoulders. Then one hand lifts and presses to your head. There is no pain. Everything just goes white. If Thalia could please join us at the table.
Hey.
Madam, you have no name that you know. You don't know how long you've been here, wandering this old growth forest, mist-filled dreamscape. Your limbs feel like dead weight, dragging weight with every step. And you have been alone. You understand somehow your goal in this place. But your strength is waning. Suddenly, there is a sound of footsteps as Koigrim. You open your eyes. It looks just a little bit like the outer edges of Shiverpine Grove. And there is a woman there, a red tiefling, beautiful, long black hair, curved horns that are kind of tipped at the edges with metal ornaments in her hair, looking much healthier and stronger than the woman your body lays beside.
He kind of gently walks forward onto the moss and grass and things, and gently just,
Hello.
Hi. I'm so tired. I think I'm here to catch fireflies. Do you want to help?
I would.
Okay.
You know, I think that, my hunting of fireflies, might be something you could pass off. You know, let me hunt for the fireflies.
No, it's what I'm here for. I'm tired, but I can still do it. It'll go faster if we just do it together.
It will. But when you get tired, let me know. And we can take you home.
Okay. I'm so tired, but it's like being a kid, right? You stay up past your bedtime just to see the lights. So stay up a little longer. We'll get the fireflies.
We'll get them. Have you caught any yet?
No, I haven't. Looking around, do I even are there any around us, or am I just standing in an empty field?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Roll a d20 and add 5.
Okay. Thank you. 16.
As you're kind of talking, almost as if on cue, there's a firefly that kind of drifts out from behind a tree, just kind of hanging in the air.
I spot it and I just go, oh, that could be our first one, and just kind of lazily, almost in a dream walkie state, approach it.
Awesome.
And then just kind of turning to Koirim a little bit, do you know why you're here?
I'm here to make sure you get home.
Oh, it's very sweet of you. Yeah, I think I can go home once we get the fireflies.
Okay.
I don't really know much outside of that.
Koigrim will begin helping to catch fireflies and subtly kind of ushering them out of Thalia's
Sure.
grasp
There's only
as much as
one
possible.
so far.
Okay.
Who reaches to grab the first firefly?
I guess probably Thalia. I think she started walking towards them first.
Mhm.
Okay. Just pull up something here real fast.
Dexterity check. Who's faster?
So, Thalia. It's the slowest thing, slower even than you feel. You can reach out and just close your hand around it. Is this what you choose to do?
Yes.
Okay. Your fist kind of closes around the firefly. And there is a deeply unpleasant, stinging sensation in the palm of your hand, which quickly grows. Just hotter, more and more painful. It feels like your hand has closed around a hot iron. Through the pain, you smell burning flesh. Would you please make a constitution check and add 2 to your d20 roll? Also, Koigrim, yes, go ahead.
As she's starting to hold it in her fist, Koigrim will kind of approach and hold his hands out and he'll go,
Let me see.
I got a 17.
Okay. It gets worse and worse and worse. Your hand feels... It's like holding like the blade of a dagger, like, but through the pain, you grit your teeth, and it's strange. You remember somehow being in pain. You were on a couch. Someone held your hand. You remember screaming for hours. And then as quickly as it came, the memory fades. As the firefly, as you unfurl your hand, remains there, and the light soaks into your palm. That is one success.
Turning to Koigrim, just... Did you happen to remember anything as I was holding the firefly? Or... I had a really strange vision with it that... I don't know if it's just because I was the one holding it, or...
In my experience, visions like that are often the things that we love trying to call us home. I think it interesting that you would experience it by holding a firefly.
but and Koigrim like gently takes his hand and puts it on her hands and kind of like lowers them slightly.
I don't think you should touch any more fireflies.
But it's what I'm here for. It's the thing I have to do to go home.
You do feel slightly more awake.
Give me this burden.
I couldn't. And I feel better. Like it was painful in the moment, for sure. But I feel better now. I think this just like confirmed this is what I'm supposed to do. I think right now I don't remember anything. I don't know anything, but I remembered something. That means there's more I can remember. I just need to find... I think I'll understand when I find more. Are there any more fireflies in sight?
Yeah. So, as you and Quigrim are talking, there's one that kind of like drifts out from behind his head and kind of swirls its way in between both of you, kind of remaining in both of your vision. Both of you. As it kind of drifts, it strikes you how warm and comfortable the air is here. How wonderful the darkness feels around you. And as this firefly kind of dances lazily in front of your eyes, your eyelids start to get heavier. Would both of you please make wisdom checks?
Cool.
Thalia, this will be a straight roll.
4.
5.
Okay. Okay.
We are brave, but not wise.
You both will take 20 points of damage. I will mark that down for you, Thalia. Oh,
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That was a
That is a lot.
maximum roll.
That is a max.
That
roll.
was crunchy.
Both of your eyes kind of drift shut for a moment. You vaguely are aware that you fall into your knees. Thalia, behind your closed eyelids, a name does come to you now. Thalia. It's yours. You made the dress that you're wearing. You remember walking into the tavern where you used to work and handing in your resignation, and everyone being sad to see you go but congratulating you on pursuing your dream. You make dresses. Your eyes both... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, Thalia just, at that moment, just, like, looks down, like, kind of runs her hands over the fabric. And even though she's just gotten this wave of tiredness and is now on her knees, there's just this joy of remembering something and having a sense of her identity and knowing her name and her dream. And being tired, but also feeling extra determined to get home to a home she is starting to remember.
Yeah. Both of your eyes kind of trying to jolt yourself awake from sleep. Like you both kind of come to.
I don't think we were properly introduced. My name is Goigram.
I can now introduce myself as Thalia. It's wonderful to meet you.
It's wonderful to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
From who? Oh.
I think he's someone you love. And who loves you very much.
As you're talking, Quigrim, there's this slight like itching feeling at your waist when all of a sudden, like out from... Actually, does Quigrim wear a shirt?
Not generally.
Okay, in that case, Thalia. There's this like feeling starting at like your ankle and then just grazing your hip, and then out the front of your dress pops another firefly. It buzzes in front of your face for a second, and then it races away.
I'll kind of jump to my feet to try to run after it. Oh, there's the next one.
Yeah.
Just that childlike way that you're having a discussion with a 5-year-old and then a puppy passes and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check. You can add 3.
Koigrim follows after, also trying to catch it if he can.
Okay.
If she doesn't.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Mine was a 6, so come through, Koigrim.
Just a dexterity check, huh?
Yes.
Oh no.
Golly.
Poopy.
Okay.
Our souls will get to spend eternity together.
Oh.
Boy, that's not gonna go well.
I'm getting nervous. Oh god.
This is great. I love this.
Koigrim, you'll take 13 points. You both kind of trip and tumble to the ground as the firefly scatters, and then like a little mini firework explodes into the air, kind of raining down these little glowing confetti bits. And Thalia, as you're watching this little spectacle, almost like watching shapes in the clouds, there's this view, these shapes almost that look like a man, the general shape of a man, spinning around in a circle, holding what looks like maybe a small child, a child that looks like you, with horns, grasping her by the horns and like swinging her in a circle. You can almost hear like the sound of like frenzied laughter. You don't know who these people are, but there's a feeling of warmth that fills you, even as you get more tired.
I think if I'd gotten that firefly, I would have seen something really incredible. I saw a little bit, but I don't think I have the same understanding if I'd gotten the firefly. I really need to catch more. I really appreciate you being here with me. I don't know if I'd be awake if I was by myself still.
It's difficult sometimes to do things on your own. I think that's why we lean on each other.
I want Thalia to just like grab his hand and then look around for more fireflies.
Sure.
Koigrim does as well.
Your eyes kind of drift up, and there hasn't been too much movement in the forest, but there is like a leaf that's kind of drifting down as it swirls, clutched to the underside. You see the little glowing body of a firefly as the leaf comes to rest in a pile of other leaves, and a wind kind of comes through and shuffles them all.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, let's look for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you make intelligence checks. Thalia, this will be a +1.
18.
Koigrim, you will take
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god.
You take 20 points of damage.
I have a DM question.
Mhm.
No.
I'm not a very smart person. But through all of this, I've been trying to make sense of, are the fireflies her way out, or my way forward to take her place? And I think that he may be realizing that failing to grasp the fireflies, the damage that he's taking, is what's dragging him deeper into the Covenant. And if he believes that's the case, he might begin to fail willingly.
Okay, so go ahead and make
You know, just insight.
Insight or general intelligence, whichever is better for you.
Definitely insight.
Go for insight.
Eh.
So, you get the sense that perhaps the two are not mutually exclusive. You going deeper doesn't necessarily mean her coming out, and vice versa.
From where?
You do sense, however, that the fireflies are kind of pulling her closer to the light, so to speak.
Okay. Closer to reviving or closer to the covenant?
Closer to reviving.
Okay.
More to
yeah.
herself.
Yes. Yeah, this recollection of memories, I think, is what's giving it away for him. Okay. If I look back to where I think I might have come into this space, is there any kind of vision or exit or anything like that?
There's no way out. There's only the forest.
Okay. Yeah.
And as you kind of
Quaidren-
look back,
Yeah.
to where? Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, where...
To
was
those
that?
people, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's probably fine. We'll figure it out.
I don't like this at all.
Thalia. As you pick up, you watch the firefly kind of disappear into the leaves. You reach your hand in. You feel for warmth. You find it. You pull out the leaf and turn it over. There lies the firefly. The light of the firefly, it kind of melts into the leaf. Almost like looking at a little like screen. The face of a child comes into view. She is a teenager. She has this like short black hair, red skin like yours. Her eyes are a little different. This is your daughter, Ophelia.
Alia's gonna turn to Koigrim and just with like kind of misty eyes be like, I'm a mom. I have a daughter, and I know her face now. And her name's Ophelia.
She misses you.
I need to see her. This must be why I'm here. This must be why this is so important. I have to get to her.
I agree. Let's get you home.
Are you okay? I feel like at this point Koigrim's taken a little bit of like Thalia is very sleepy, but she would probably notice that he's looking a little rough.
He looks tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very tired.
We'll get these fireflies and then we can both go home and take a big nap.
Looking forward to it.
I'll look for the next firefly.
Sure. Out from behind a tree, there's one that kind of like drifts, and then it like sort of floats over to what looks like a giant like boulder that's just resting in the middle of the forest floor, and it disappears beneath it.
I'm gonna go after it. Koigrim, if you need to rest, if you need to sit here, I don't want you to take any risks for me.
Hold on. Just be ready to grab it, okay?
And he goes over to the boulder and he digs his fingers into the earth beneath it and just lifts.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Can we make it athletics?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
You're smart enough. It's about leverage, right? Athletics.
That's at 18.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. It's coming down to it. So your fingers grip and lift. And Thalia, you see it there, just kind of resting peacefully.
Yeah, I grab it. I don't want him having any additional strain needed. The moment I think I can get it, I'm going for it.
Beautiful. As you lift it, there's this feeling that washes over you. It's just a firefly. But there's this feeling like you're lifting something crazy heavy, and as you stand, you blink, and for a second, like it's so vivid, your surroundings just change. You're in the middle of a tavern behind a bar top, lifting a heavy box of produce on the countertop, blowing your hair out of your face, around your horns. Your eyes dart up, and you see a soldier seated at a nearby table. He's got this tan skin, very handsome, and he is already looking at you. He smiles a little bit. Your tail kind of wraps around your calf. And as you go to smile back, you blink and it's gone. You're in the forest again. Don't know who he was, but what a warm moment.
Just turning to Koigram, saying, like, I just had the most beautiful memory, and I don't know who it was about, but I feel like I have fireflies in my stomach now. Raise your
Well.
face.
That's really cute. Don't look at me. It was really sweet.
Well, Koigram gently sets the boulder down, and dusts off his hands a little bit. And he goes,
Well, there can't be too much more now, can there?
I hope not. We've gotten 3. I don't really know a specific number. I just know I'm supposed to get them, and maybe I have to remember who he is. Like, I saw his smile, but I don't know who he is.
do I still remember Demetrius?
Who?
He sounds like a lovely person.
As you're kind of talking and thinking about it, one firefly, it kind of like comes out from behind a tree, goes back, then darts behind a second tree, almost as if afraid.
I want Thalia to kind of like gently approach, the way that you would kind of approach a like stray dog, just very non-threateningly, but also with every intent to catch.
Go ahead and make a charisma check. You can add 3 to your roll.
23. Y'all, I'm so stressed.
Okay. You kind of walk toward it, palm outstretched. It kind of darts away for a second, but then it kind of flutters a little bit toward you. And the light, as it kind of comes closer, begins to stretch and grow until the silhouette of a man stands before you. His skin is tan. His face is weathered. His hands are rough. His name is Demetrius Langston, and he is your husband. And then as he kind of regards you and smiles. He begins to shine and expand even further until what stands in front of you instead is a golden doorway.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
I'm sorry. Ignore me.
That door sneezed.
Fucking cricket for me.
You're not sure what's on the other side. You can't see through it. But a doorway of shining light stands before you.
Does Koigram also see it? Thalia turning to Koigram, kind of, she's like, do you see this door?
Well, if you see a door, I trust you.
Okay. I want Thalia to take Koigram's hand and say, I think we're supposed to go through the door. And so that way they would both be standing, like, directly in front of it. And she says, like, together?
I think I saw another firefly. You go, I'll be right there.
I don't want
I
to.
promise.
You've been here this whole time. I don't want to leave you.
You won't be leaving me. I promise. I will be right there.
But aren't you tired? We can go home. It's right here.
I am tired. But much like you, I feel there's something I need to do. Just right before I go back. But I think it's time for you to go.
You helped me with mine. I could help you with yours. Like maybe this door. We know where it is now.
This big, toothy, tusky grin, eyes crinkling, and a dreaded hair kind of like falling in front of his face. He leans down and he says,
Believe me. You go first. I'll make sure everything's okay.
Thalia's just gonna give him a hug and thank you. I still don't really understand how you're here or what any of this is, but I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you soon.
I think we will. It's funny. I don't remember why I'm here either. But helping you was worth it.
If you're sure, I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you soon.
All right. Thalia's going to walk through the door.
Okay. So, Demetrius, what you see is Koigrim pass into a deep sleep as vines kind of wind up and around his body, into his head, around the back of his skull. And you watch as the vines around Thalia, they don't wither, they don't shrivel, they don't blacken, but they crawl away, back down the pedestal, away from her, back up into the Lord of Flowers who stands beside you. Thalia Langston, remembering all now that you have been through in your quest to arrive here. Your eyes open to the face of your husband standing above you.
Just for probably 10 seconds at least. Just that staring, looking into the face of a ghost.
Demetrius's chest just heaving as he's actively holding back tears and failing.
Demetrius?
It's me.
No matter the storm?
I'll always return to you.
And with that, Thalia is just going to, like, lean up and just
Immediately, like, wrapping.
wrap.
I thought I had lost you.
Your ship, it was obliterated.
Yeah. Along with a part of me, too.
I kind of now pulling back, like, the robes and, like, the leggings, revealing the, like, mechanical prosthetic left arm and leg. Kind of now pulling, like, seeing, like, the scars along the side of my head and my missing left eye with a stone in it now instead.
It was just gonna lean forward and kiss, like, the stone eye and say, your vision was always shit anyways.
Yeah. Couldn't see the forest through the trees. It's just
I'm gone for so long. I don't understand. They're so Ophelia.
she's okay. She's okay.
How do you know she's okay?
I've been talking to her. She's okay.
Is she with you? Is she here?
No, she's in Asteria. She's in Asteria down in Unda.
Okay. How?
She's safe. She found passage out of Marlbach, and she's in school. She's learning magic. She's okay. She's okay.
How long have you been talking to her? When did you get in touch with her? It was like
several weeks now.
Weeks. No, we were separated at most 2 weeks ago. I've been in the Feywilds maybe 2 weeks. At most.
No. Taylor, you've been gone for nearly 6 months now.
My daughter's been on her own for 6 months.
She's not been on her own. She's with good people. She's okay. She's okay.
She went through losing you, and then she had to think I was gone too. I can't imagine she's okay.
I know. She's strong. She's like you. She's strong.
How long have you had contact with her? Like, when were you going to get her?
It's not been long. It's only been a couple of weeks. And I got in contact with her through several people back in Malbuck, and then, well, I tried to find you. I thought for sure I'd lost you both. And if it wasn't for Celine and Gwen and Boykin and May and Rocky, if it wasn't for these people, I don't think I'd be standing here myself. And Iris, God's above.
As Demetrius
She
will turn and just
timidly-
pick up, or can't even pick up now, because there's just this horse-sized dragon in the room now.
Her head, she has been making herself very small, but Thalia, you see this opalescent, beautiful dragon curled up in the corner that kind of just like raises her head kind of cautiously up at you.
This is Iris. It's a long story, I know. And yes, she is a dragon. So
Is she your companion or pet?
no, she ain't my pet. She's basically our newest addition to our family.
Well, Ophelia really wanted a dog, but
Well, this
dragon's a bit of an upgrade.
is yeah.
You're gonna have to pick up after her.
I mean, she can talk. You know that, right? Like she's smart. She ain't an animal.
What's
I
she saying?
didn't know that.
What's she saying?
She's saying she's really excited to have you here.
Oh, she smells really nice.
Welcome. She's really nice.
She kind of creeps forward in a very Jasmine kind of way. Second Emily's dog Jasmine, like aware of like the noise that she's making, and she kind of just like does the dog thing of like nudging her head under your hand.
Yeah. Instantly just kind of like cupping her face and like looking her in the eyes and just being like, I don't know what you've been through with Demetrius, but thank you for being by his side as he lost us and found you.
She heaves a deep sigh kind of into your palm. And kind of like at this point, like with her neck outstretched, reaches and like nuzzles your cheek with her like top of her head.
Yeah. Thalia just kind of like, she's been crying. There's just tears. And so like, just kind of, rubbing her face back and just being aware of the fact that like she's getting tears all over this dragon and being like, whatever. She can feel like the wet scales. Is Koigrim in this room as well?
So,
okay.
He is. He doesn't look well, but we will return to Koigrim for a moment here. As the three of you kind of enjoy this moment. Koigrim. The woods stretch on and on before you. Kind of turn, looking for any sort of sign or way forward, anything, what you should do. Until suddenly there, where before he wasn't, stands the Lord of Flowers, with his green skin, his pink eyes, his cape of wildflowers.
Hello.
Hello.
I think I've forgotten something.
It is only temporary. You will remember.
Okay.
You
If
have
you say
been.
so.
You have been haunted.
It feels that way, but I don't know why.
He kind of like glides forward. Maybe stalks forward is more of like the apt term. Bends down. He's quite tall even for you. He bends down, his eyes kind of looking into your eyes. This one was haunted by forces beyond. This won't do. From this day forward, this one will be protected by Shiver Pine Grove. We welcome you to the new covenant. To worship the Lady of the Night. To hold what is sacred. To protect the trees. Will you do this?
Yeah. I like the trees. They're tall and sometimes I think it's a little silly, but sometimes I feel like I can hear them talking.
There is, just for the briefest second, like the tiniest tug of like a smile at his lips. He reaches out and puts a hand over your chest. And he breathes this sigh, and you are washed in the smell of flowers, orchids, irises, daffodils, flowers that you probably couldn't name by smell just alone. But every smell is clear to you, is named, is special, is unique. You're washed in the scent of pine, of maple. You feel the dirt beneath your feet. You feel the warm wind against your chest and back. The entire forest kind of unfolds before your senses. And as you open your eyes to the room around you, Demetrius and Thalia, you see Koigrim's eyelids flutter open, and the eyes that lie behind them are now a soft pink.
Just standing up.
Koiger.
You remember
Is that-
everything.
I remember everything.
Yes.
Oh,
Am I still
You
like
alright?
covered in like viney stuff, or has it?
They're easily shrugged off. The Lord of Flowers at this point steps away and is kind of just lurking in the corner now.
Koigrim kind of looks at Demetrius. There's like a disconnect. Like he sees you, doesn't register, and then registers. And then he looks at Thalia and immediately registers and says,
I kept my promise.
Good to see you. Are you okay? I want Thalia to just kind of like turning to Demetrius, like not realizing that Demetrius knows everything, and is like, he was there. I wasn't here. It was weird. I had to catch fireflies, but he was there, and I came home, and I don't think I would be here without his help.
Demetrius just kind of like walks over and places like a hand on Koigrim's shoulder while offering the other like to help him up off of the stone table.
he'll take it.
As he just then immediately pulls him into like a huge hug.
DM,
Yes.
I know we talked about some stuff.
Mhm.
Am I weaker?
That is up to you.
Okay. Yeah, he gives you a hug back. It's not the full, hot, enveloping hug that it was. His arms seem a little thinner. His chest doesn't seem as full. He seems a little bit more sallow than he was.
If Demetrius notices this, he's going to kind of, after embracing Koigrim, kind of slowly pull him out and kind of like look him up and down and presumably notice if Koigrim is like visibly like emaciated or lesser.
Not emaciated, but definitely not as stocky as he was.
What happened to you? Your eyes, your eyes have changed.
Really?
They're pink.
They're beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, don't get me wrong. I ain't used to
Okay.
seeing Koigrim with pink
All
eyes.
right. Yeah, sure, Demetrius. Okay. Yeah.
I'm serious. Look.
And he'll actually like he'll just hold up like the back plate of his hand and it's like,
Oh, look, seriously, it's pink.
It's a very light pastel pink.
That's strange.
It's I mean it suits you. I ain't complaining. I just it's I ain't known people's eyes to change, but then again, this
Would Thalia understand that the Lord of Flowers has pink eyes and that Demetrius did not ask about her eyes and now Koigrim has come back with pink eyes and what this means?
I mean, you
I
said
mean,
it.
Um,
Banana's still
Koigrim
kind of
just kind of-
standing there.
Yeah, Quigrim studies his eyes for a minute and then just kind of looks at the Lord of Flowers and he's like,
Is this, I assume,
In your
what
head.
did you
did
In your
did
head.
you take my,
Sorry. Go ahead.
you go
I mean,
ahead.
this is probably how it's happening, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like,
Lord of Flowers like starts and then like stop.
Yeah.
Oh no, you go.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
no,
go.
you-
We can wait.
Yes.
In your head, Koigrim, you hear, our path forward is what we make it. But whichever way you go, you will not go alone.
just not out loud to that warm, flowery voice in his head. He'll just kind of.
well, that is comforting. Been alone a lot.
And he kind of just regards Demetrius and Thalia now.
Thalia looking between Lord of Flowers, Koigrim, Demetrius, who was there and waiting. Did you take my deal?
What deal?
I would go home to our daughter, but I would have to join the covenant. I would have to give my soul.
A deal was made.
A deal was made.
You shouldn't have had to do that. That was my choice. It was for my daughter. Demetrius,
yeah.
why did you let him
I
do-
didn't.
Dahlia. You don't know that I know. But I understand a fair bit of what Demetrius went through when he lost you. I saw the opportunity to rob him of his pain. And so I did.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... It was my burden. It was me getting back for a life with my daughter.
It's interesting that you're apologizing. I know that this is... Everyone seems very afraid of deals with these people. I was very scared. But... there has come to me the opportunity to never be alone again. And I know that maybe you don't know the depth of that silence. But I would never bear it again. And I shan't.
I know the pain of loss. And making that deal, giving up my soul. I thought Demetrius was dead and my daughter was alive.
How wonderful
That's
now
heavy.
that they are both okay.
Making that choice, I knew that by giving up my soul, I would never see Demetrius in this life or the next. I'm so sorry. I appreciate that you are able to see the beauty in the deal and some of the positives it'll give, but I am sorry that my choice put you in this position.
It was a choice made out of love, as was this one.
Would these ones like to sit a while?
But
You know, I actually feel like I need to stretch.
I feel like we gotta get out of here. We gotta get back home.
Yeah.
We gotta go get Ophelia and
If
get
the-
the rest.
If the deal was struck, then we're going back. Are we all going back?
We're done here, right?
We will send you to your daughter.
And the rest of them, they can all go home to the material plane too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Before we return to what everyone else is doing, I think we'll take our bio break if that's okay.
Woo! Yes.
You got it, BB.
I
It's
gotta
not
go.
okay.
God.
I gotta go pee slash cry my eyes
I have
out.
a bit. I have a
Hey,
bit.
hey, Nick. Thanks for making a character that I want to kill.
Oh my gosh, you guys fucking wrecked me up.
So anyway,
Why don't we resume here so we can trim it from the VOD? How about
Perfect.
that?
Anyway, this is Tori's greatest fear.
No,
No.
Just say it periodically.
no.
And in case you forgot.
Drop it in character.
Oh, you
Hey,
need Tori's
did you
biggest
know
fear?
that Tori's biggest fear?
I don't really
Did you know that the person playing you is terrified?
I hate it.
Man.
Oh man.
But that thing about where it came from, so help me.
So help me. So help me.
So help me.
Well, why don't we jump back into it?
We'll go first.
Jump back.
Let's just jump into it.
into it.
Jump back.
Rocky. Anyways, outside, Rocky and May have been lighting things on fire.
Incredible.
Scorched earth, baby.
Well, so the rest of you all have kind of been like led back outside. All of the townspeople too are kind of like milling around. This is kind of, it's not the most comfortable. It's like not super narrow, but it is a walkway that kind of winds its way up this tree that you're now in. Everyone is kind of just crowded there. The townspeople are kind of murmuring. Bale is stood there with you. Go ahead.
Quinn has everybody who is outside like in a huddle, and he's like, okay, so what's the plan if any combination other than all three of them walk out of that door?
Rocky literally starts have fire like
Yes,
flickering
I like
from
that
their
energy.
fingertips.
Love that energy. Good energy. That's good stuff. What do you guys got?
Celine just
notice?
slowly raises up another dagger.
Great. I just put your hand back down. Great.
Bale kind of at this point, like, he takes out the dagger that he had kind of pulled out of Banon on his way out and hands it back to you.
Celine makes a
Hill
note
first.
of that, and we'll grab it later.
She offers it to you.
I
Or
take
he
it.
offers it to you.
I take it and just like squint at him.
It was a good move, I mean, you know.
Did you
I
guys
don't know.
notice that he said that we are not from the material plane?
He said, no, I think he was saying we as in them.
Should look at Bale.
Oh.
Well, I mean, after Quinn says that, she'll look to Bale.
He, I believe he was talking about you.
He said, we do not live on the material plane.
That's correct.
How do they know anything about where we're from?
What do you know?
Rocky glances over at May.
Where else would we be from?
The realm you come from, as we understand it, is somewhat unique. But it's, well, how do I explain? It's not quite the material plane, it's something else. Something adjacent. Like a pocket realm of sorts. Your world is very interesting. I haven't seen much,
Rocky asks, is this related to that starfall, or was it always not material?
Moonfall. Fuck.
Moonfall.
As we understand it, your realm has always been separate, thinner. It's something of an anomaly, really. We have had our own hands full here, but from what the Lord has heard, well, forces beyond have had their eye on your world for some time. Why, we're not sure, but...
What do you know about them?
Very little. We know that there was an attack on your world. An asteroid. Whoever the assailants are, they also attacked us.
What happened?
Are you saying they sent the asteroid?
Yes. They did. They sent armies to the Grove to try to take it.
The scorch marks.
Yes. We beat them back. We've, withered, flooded. Is that all? We're not gonna get burned down, exactly.
When you say you sent them back, did you send them back to their realm, or you just beat them back away from this part of the grove?
Killed the armies until they stopped coming.
Where did they go?
They died. They went back to whatever afterlife or lack thereof their souls are bound to.
When you say the realm that we're from, are you talking the realm that we most immediately came from?
Terminus.
Or the realm that we're natively from?
Terminus.
Turn to Rocky.
Yeah.
You are
the realm that we were just in.
You are all from Terminus, yes.
Rocky glances again at May and then glances away. Yeah.
You all are not the first visitors from that plane. We don't get many visitors in general, but...
Is Terminus different from the material plane?
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
If you think of the material plane like... Fuck. Layers of fabric stacked on top of each other. Right? Like a pile of layers.
Okay.
You have the lower realms, you have the material plane, you have the upper realms, you have the Feywild. Terminus is like a little caterpillar that eats its way up and down through the layers.
Are you saying the Terminus is a parasite?
That's apt.
To
Yeah,
material.
somewhat.
Are you suggesting that those who attacked with the asteroid were simply defending their own realms, material planes, because of what we are?
I couldn't necessarily speak to that. I mean, your realm is attractive.
Thank you.
Oh.
You mean like a butterfly? Like maybe
Well-
we're a butterfly instead of a caterpillar.
He kind of blushes a little bit. Well, what I mean by that is
More like a bridge.
exactly. Across
you're
realms
saying-
between them, separate, but moving through the others.
So we're like a hub. We're like the center of a wheel.
We're like an island in a sea of islands, but we're in the middle.
These are a lot of metaphors. I'm losing track.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Celine's like we're like an island in the middle of an ocean, but we're the hottest island.
Yes.
Attractive island, yes. There's coconuts and margaritas.
Let's go with that. This is all, of course, as we understand it, and we've frankly had our own hands full. But that's your realm as we understand it.
You said that we are not the first ones from there to come here.
That's right. Over history, there have been others. Those who have passed into the Feywild. We've even had some of yours join the Grove, join the New Covenant. But recently we've had more visitors than really we've ever had. We attribute that mostly to what you call moonfall. There was one of yours who helped defend us. She left with our blessing.
Who?
Who was that?
She was a strange one. Her name was Mirakita. She helped defend our grove as it was under attack. And I don't see them do this often, but the Lord of Flowers, he simply sent her home with a small gift when it was done.
What gift?
Seeds of flowers.
He looks at Rocky to see if Rocky is like recognizing any of this.
Rocky, is the villages nearby still? Or are
Yeah,
they
you're all
wandering?
currently above the villages. Or, like, you're above the village in, like, the treetops. Not the treetops, but, like, in a windy...
Treehouse.
You're in a treehouse.
Okay.
But the village kind of does stretch a little bit below you.
What's her name? The white-haired moon elf.
Valora.
Valora.
Valora. Is Valora visible from where we're at currently?
She is standing nearby, and at every turn that... Like, everything that Bale is saying, she has her notebook out, and she has been writing with this deeply intense look in her eye.
Rocky quickly glances at the notebook and then looks over again at May. And then glances away and doesn't say anything else.
How long ago was that? If you
Must have been... It was some time ago. Much longer on your plane. Thinking of the difference, it would account for maybe... Well, it was before your moonfall.
What plane was it that you sent her home to?
To hers. To Terminus. Do you know this person?
No. Just curious.
Valora kind of pipes up. I knew her. She told me a story. This story. She told me all about this. And she kind of like gets quiet again. Well, do we want to be standing around up here? Do we want to go have a drink, sit somewhere? It's a
Rocky
little bit
looks back at the
cramped.
hut. Are we expecting this to take a while? Fire still continues to flicker slightly at their fingertips.
It's hard to say.
I think we're okay here.
Sure, I understand. Sorry, I feel like that was a lot of information. For what it's worth, I mean, well, I can't say that your world is not in danger. You know firsthand that it is. But the nature of your world is not necessarily unstable.
Are you able to tell us more about the danger of our world as you perceive it?
The danger that it's currently in? From what I understand, you are being invaded.
By the same people who caused the asteroid?
Yes. They
By
are.
the same people who attacked here.
Yes.
The hand?
The hand.
The maw? No, not the maw.
Yeah, the maw, the guts, the eye.
I did hear those names, yes. They are minions to a larger power.
Yeah, we
Can you tell us how you ended up eventually defeating them here?
It wasn't exactly them. The hand, the maw, the gut. The eye I haven't heard of, but we didn't face them. It was more their shared armies. You know how
Was there
demon lords
anything-
are, always squabbling for power and pulling strings.
Demon lords.
I assume.
And what
You
about
assume.
this greater power?
We know precious little. We've had our hands a bit full trying to figure out more. But whatever it is, the minions are its hands, its maw, its gut. Whatever they do in service of the guy in charge.
Right.
But they are, it's too, as far as I understand, they are its most direct hooks into the land. They're like regional managers.
So you're saying we need to find the CFO? I mean the CEO.
I would be nervous if you went looking for the CEO. If you were somehow able to dislodge these three, you would do your world a great service.
Yes, but regional managers can be replaced.
They can, but we are
Like
talking
pulling up daisies by the flower.
a demon lord of demon lords. And you all look very capable, but
It's beyond us.
it's beyond
If that was
most.
the case, it would give us time.
That's true. If we can disrupt them, we could they could give us the space we need to
Close the doors?
right, to prepare, to let the right people know.
You're a determined group.
Who are the right people, Gwen?
Well, if it's got to be us, then we've got to practice a bit more.
I don't mean that you're wrong. I just don't. That's a good question. We need to find out.
I don't know. Maybe the gods, if they're around.
I haven't done anything yet.
Most squabbles like this, it comes down to the people. Some will bend the knee and bow their heads, and others will force a change.
Are you going to let us go? Or do you know if the Lord of Flowers or whoever is going to let us go? Or is this going to have to become a problem?
The Lord of Flowers is strange. And alien in some ways, but also very familiar in most.
So is May, and doesn't mean I'm gonna let May stop me from going home if I need to.
No, they gave their word. They don't break their deals.
Rocky, I want to address later that you said I was alien, but
I mean, I would say that Quinn is probably more alien, but I feel like me and you are closer, so I can call you alien to your face.
We're technically all aliens here.
Thank you.
Just a thought.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in particular. Did you join when you joined? Or was it willingly?
I am a bit of a special case.
Oh, okay.
More of a... well...
Stockholm
A
syndrome.
diversity hire.
You could call it that. My role is a little more complicated.
What about everyone else? Does this Lord of Flowers take people against their will?
No. Never. There are people that seek out their help, and they're free to accept the terms of the deal or leave. We've had people leave.
Leaving the Feywild's no easy task. You're kind of presenting a, well, not a great decision for a lot of people. Some would see it as coercion.
Life is a series of not great decisions, unfortunately.
Hey, I would have to say that I have made some excellent decisions that have led me to this point here. Maybe I've made some not great decisions, but I would have to say most of the decisions that have led me to this point have been great decisions. And Rocky once again glances at May and at Quinn and at Celine, who thinks that they're hiding and isn't actually hiding yet.
Celine catches Rocky's eye and is just confused as to why. Just
and Rocky just gives the really awkward yeah nod.
Right, but being in a deadly forest where things are trying to kill us, and then finding one way home, and then being told, "Oh, I'll send you home, but you've got to join my super secret group of flower people or whatever." I'm sorry, not to insult your.
No, it's
That's
okay.
Decisions, choices, and agreements under duress is not consensual.
Thank you. That's my point.
I agree fully with Quinn on that. Dolly did not look like she was having a good time.
It's complicated.
I really don't think it is. I really think that any kind of decision made under that kind of level of duress is not complicated. I think it's just not consent.
I mean, you can take it up with them.
I would love to, and I look over at Celine, right?
I'd like to speak to the manager, yes.
At
I've
this
got some
point,
things to say.
almost on cue, Koigrim, Athalia, Demetrius, followed by the Lord of Flowers. You're welcome to leave the hut or do anything that you wish at this time.
coming out, Demetrius will just like arm and like hand in hand with Thalia. Well, I think it was a success, and I think we're done here.
I immediately looked at Koigren.
Pink eyes, just the most beautiful translucent
They're
little
crusty
pinkish
up
dudes.
there.
Are you okay? Are you?
Hey
What's
man,
going
did
on?
you get some poop in your eyes? What's going on?
I think that everyone's perceptive enough and has been around Koigrim enough that he looks leaner, like still like maybe dense, like a runner's body, but not a powerlifter body like he used to have.
That is concerning.
Is this actually him? And Rocky looks over at Demetrius.
Oh, boy.
Is this?
Yes, Rocky,
Is this a
it's
fake?
actually him. It's Koigrim. I know he's a little different, but that's him. He didn't leave my sight. I saw him.
Okay.
I don't maybe wanna like be weird about it, but can you not talk about me like I'm not a person?
Well, we had to make sure you were a person first.
I know.
I apologize. That was not my intent. We're getting off track. We're done here, I believe, and I think the flower boy up there is going to be able to send us home.
Yes.
Home as in where exactly? Because home can mean a lot of things to you guys in particular.
My deal was to return to where my daughter would be. Terminus.
We're going back to Terminus.
But
Yeah.
This is quite large, though.
There's a lot of places in Terminus we could go to, and if this guy could help us out, maybe you could send us to a particular area where my friends are.
Dying?
Dying currently,
Dying.
probably.
Yeah.
We can send you wherever you wish.
Perfect.
I want to go to my daughter.
Do we have to go to the same place?
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm
We could-
Quinn. Are you? I'm assuming you're
I'm
Thalia.
Thalia.
Hi.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, everyone. This is my wife.
Yeah.
This is
Alright.
Sorry, I'm a little confused with everything going on. But thank you all for helping Demetrius get to this point.
I
course.
don't want I don't want my introduction to you to be a conflict, Thalia, but I can't go to Under just yet. I have places I need to be. And
We have friends who are in dire death situations right now. Your daughter, last we heard, and she looks over at Rocky, was doing okay, a little sad,
You're
missing friends, but
You're
among
Rocky.
friends.
Who are you looking at?
Demetrius.
yourself. Just talking into a mirror. Just like, listen, we have to go.
No, looks over at Demetrius, and last time you talked to Thalia, she was still with her friends, she was still safe, everything was good. Maybe
Ophelia.
a little missing Ophelia, not Thalia. I'm sorry, they're so similar.
Who's on third? What's on second?
What's I think? I don't know. Who's on third?
Who's on third? Okay. We just know that we have friends who are literally in like life or death situation. Like they could be dead any minute now, and the time difference is making us extremely nervous about this. And I mean, maybe, and Rocky looks over the Lord of Flowers. I wouldn't want to like recommend we split up, but like maybe we can like send to a few different targets if we have to.
we need Demetrius.
We need, yes. And like Rocky looks over at Demetrius like, I mean,
My daughter needs her father. We were functioning thinking he was dead, and then we were separated. And
Well,
like
Demetrius
I
made
understand
a
her.
deal of his own. And we found you, so he's coming with us.
No, okay, hold on. No. Nobody is making any decisions for anybody else right now. Demetrius. Wait, before we do any of this, I turn to the Lord of Flowers. Are you able to send us to 2 different places in Terminus?
Yes.
Okay. I turn back to Demetrius. Demetrius. Where do you want to go?
May is staring hard at Demetrius.
Demetrius is just like locked up.
Celine will sneak up next to May and just put her hand in May's and just whisper to May and be like, no matter what, he always comes back. And we'll just like squeeze her hand.
She like, her hand is just limp. She doesn't touch, like, squeeze back or fold around
That's
or
fine.
anything.
Thalia to Demetrius. Is this really something you have to debate?
It's not so
Oh shit.
simple. Ophelia is safe right now. She's in Asteria. We can send you to Asteria, and I can see them through to the end.
Can we wait? Pause for a quick minute. What I'm imagining this taking like a really quick turn, and Emily playing Thalia. Like, if you're gonna choose them over us, then don't come back. Then you can stay with them.
Like, don't come to Asteria. Nothing's
I like how Thalia turned into like that California. I don't stay with that.
Stuart!
Yeah, like a
Get out of the Feywild, it's gonna be jammed.
That's
You
them or
got
us.
a 95. Fucking
Anyway.
whatever.
It's them or us.
Um,
Okay, go back in character.
Anyway.
Don't, Demetrius. I want to. I don't want you to feel obligated to come with us. Because if you do, then it's not your decision.
It's not that I don't. I want to see my family, and I want to help you all. You all are like my family too. A man can want both things.
And
You
maybe-
thought we were dead. And you felt that. I will never forget when I heard about your ship. And my soul was just ripped out of me. And without Ophelia, I don't know how I would have gotten through it. And you're really debating not going to get our daughter?
We made the deal, Demetrius.
A deal with different things in mind. You thought we were dead.
It was for you. He said if we get you back, he'll go.
That's not.
I don't think that's reason enough for him to make that decision.
It was reason enough for me to come here.
I mean, yes, we all came here specifically to help him find you, Thalia. That doesn't change. That we came here to help him because he needed help. And we didn't do it specifically because we wanted his help in return, but he did in fact promise it back in return. And we would manage without him, but it wouldn't be the same. And he is important to us in more ways than one. Not just what he can do for us, but who he is.
I know the value of who my man is.
I don't mean to interject.
I'm sorry. It's good. You're doing good. You're good. I'm sorry.
It's so good.
I'm sorry. That was just really funny. I'm sorry. That's
Super good.
I know. I'm living for this. This is just
sorry.
so good.
It was just.
I don't know how to say this. I think that I need to stay here for a minute. Just for a moment, really.
Please don't make me draw another fucking character.
No. No, I feel very different, and I don't know that I could do and support you all the same way right now that I have been. I need a little bit to get used to this. Thalia, I know it would be painful to prolong your separation from your daughter, but would you be willing to? This is a lot to ask. Are you a good warrior? Are you skilled in, you made it here. Go with them. See the people that they've learned to love. And then you can see your daughter. You won't have to be separated from him and he not from you.
I am not that skilled of a fighter. Not very handy in combat. And I have endured a lot. And by sheer luck, survived to this point. I have been captured and taken prisoner and waited to be someone's meal and traded my soul for what family I had left to be together. And then I found out Demetrius is still alive. And we have a path forward right now where we could be a family again. I can't not go to my daughter. And I feel that with every fiber of my being. And if you don't, Demetrius, then you should stay with your party, and we'll let you know when you're welcome home. If
Can I ask that Thalia and anyone else who wants to make a persuasion check to determine Demetrius's future?
Oh man.
You leaving it to us?
I'm going to leave it.
So just highest score. That's it.
Highest score.
oh my God, Zach.
Highest score, baby.
You said
what-
persuasion?
I
I'm rolling it.
mean, I figured it would be
no.
a one.
Quinn? No,
So-
Quinn!
Rocky's roll.
Don't listen to Rocky. Don't
Oh, mine's
listen to
pretty
Rocky.
high. Mine's pretty high. Mine's okay.
We need Quinn.
Wait, sorry. I'm pulling up Thalia's charisma and persuasion. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
But there's
I
an
literally was like,
advantage
"I've
because
got
they're
this,
like
you
an
guys."
entire fucking party versus just me.
Yeah, we can give
See,
you
I thought-
advantage.
I thought that I would do well to help because I have a plus
I meant
7
They would have advantage, not me.
Oh, I thought.
and
you
I
thought it was-
don't.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm
Wait.
not. Quinn is not going to roll.
Okay.
I was going to clarify. I was saying, like, would it be more sense for them to have advantage because they're an entire party
Oh.
making an argument
I think-
versus just one person
You're his
one,
wife,
one
though.
person.
that he's left before for missions?
Wait. Okay. Sorry, that was a lot of talking.
Yeah, and for the whole ass
Sorry.
military.
Shut the fuck up. For 1 second. What's the question?
I was asking if they would technically kind of have an advantage to their persuasion but also if everybody gets to roll, then that could be it as well. That
Let's just call it.
yeah.
Just everyone's rolling. You have a +6.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh man.
Is Koigrim rolling to persuade him to stay?
Oh my God! What a terrible moment to freeze. He's it.
Sees it?
I
Yeah, I was gonna say, which direction is Koidrim?
would say that Koigrim is not directing his persuasion at Demetrius.
Is he trying to persuade Thalia?
Should I get like
Yes.
an actual?
He's
Okay, there we go,
talking.
12.
I would say he's talking specifically to Thalia, not actually
About
even
going with
regarding
us.
Demetrius, and trying to soothe her over him coming with us, and kind of leaning into, I did just sell my soul
Or
so
your
that you two
soul.
could be together. I'm not gonna let him not come back to you.
Okay. So Thalia, you can take Koigrim's 18 for you as
However
you would
you
interpret
want
that.
to interpret that, yeah.
Pretty good roll.
I'm gonna say this again. Please don't make me fucking draw another character.
It's too late.
I hate all of you.
So
May
You're
is
gonna be
just
drawing
trying
the
to-
highest
Ophelia.
roll on Demetrius is the 15 persuasion from Celine.
Looking between Thalia and the rest of the party, Demetrius turns to Thalia and says,
I have to see this through to the end. It's not a matter of not loving you or wanting to be with you. It's a matter of I made a promise to them, and as soon, the moment that our business is done with them, I'm coming home.
He had promises to me and our daughter too.
Demetrius, I'm not going to be responsible for your family falling apart. I don't want you to come with us.
I don't want him
Maze-
to only come home because you all don't let him move forward with you. He's made his choice.
May is focusing so hard on like all the different timelines that if she sees Demetrius lean toward not going, she's gonna chronal shift.
Towards not going with the party.
Right.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I will
I
fucking pluck your reality away
I-
from you.
So
Can
Bend
I-
you over this countertop.
Can
and
I
fuck
have?
with reality
I'm so sorry.
hard.
What?
Oh God, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, God damn, you all are some.
You see May shaking.
Some
She's
petty
just
bitches.
Fucking.
To be clear, you are changing the timeline so that Demetrius is choosing to come with us.
It,
If
if
necessary.
it comes to that, yeah, she's just like vibrating, just like concentrating.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm going to turn to Lord of the Flowers, and I'm going to say, I need you to send me to the island in the center of the Claret Strait right now.
We can do this. Will you be going alone?
Rocky immediately grabs Quinn's arm. No, he is not.
Follow. He just kind of through the crowd, shoulder checking, like just going. He begins to descend and glide downward, followed by Bale, who kind of, his eyes dart up kind of between all of you, a little like regretfully, and the townspeople, then Valora. Do the
I
rest
go.
of you follow? Yeah. Who follows?
Koigrim follows specifically like a little closer to Bale.
Okay.
May's just focusing on Demetrius. She stood there.
Yeah, Celine's with May.
I turn and look at Celine. Look her dead in the eye. Say,
Do you really want me to turn my back and leave my family again to help you all?
Ah!
I'm asking you, Celine. Do you want me to leave my family behind after I just got them back?
For the first time ever, Celine like is showing emotion, and there's even though her face is straight, there are tears like streaming down her face, and she'll just look at him and be like, "I thought I was your family."
As Demetrius sits there, May, every timeline you see is just oscillating between staying and going. There is an equal amount as... Oh, God. Can I just ask for a persuasion check from Celine, please? Like, I'm gonna leave it to dice.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm not leaving it to dice. Thalia, you've chosen a new daughter.
That's not fair, Thalia. You do not get to say that.
You've had contact with our daughter for days, if not weeks, and have not reunited with her.
He switches over to Infernal now. That is absolutely not fair. I have done everything I can to ensure that our daughter is safe. I've done everything to try to get back to everyone.
You made a call.
I made a call to come for you, for this family. How could you possibly lay this on me as if I'm being neglectful?
Because right now you're not choosing our family.
I am choosing our family. I chose our family right now, right here.
You're choosing your new family right now. And
I'm choosing this family to help them. I'm not choosing them over you. I brought them here, searching for you.
I don't know why you did that if your plan was not to come home with me.
I will come home when I am finished with them. How could I live with myself?
You always think there's more time. You always think but there's always another mission. There's always another problem. There will always be conflict.
In Infernal,
and
Celine
you
will
never
pick
come
up
home.
and be like, "But he always comes home." After
He
every
didn't.
Ship, after every ship that has gone and sailed out of Marlbach, he's been with me, and he's always come home. He didn't come home one fucking time, and he's here now. And it was for you that he came here. And he's been talking to Ophelia this whole time. It's all been for you.
You don't understand.
I don't understand. I've been with him in the fucking trenches every goddamn time he leaves that dock. Of course I understand. How dare you?
How dare you? You don't have a husband, you don't have a child, you don't have a fucking clue what this
I
is.
have him!
You didn't
I
get
have
told he
him!
was dead.
He's
All
in
right,
there
stop,
with
stop.
me.
That's enough.
No, fuck all of you. Thalia's going to the Lord of Flowers. I'm going home to my daughter, and I don't want anyone else following me. And she's gonna make eye contact with Demetrius.
Very well.
She's just gonna look him dead in the eyes as she waits to go.
I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for yelling.
He raises an arm, and from the ground there sprouts this kind of winding, spiraling series of vines that kind of unite at the top. And it fills with swirling mist, waiting for you to step through it.
You made your choice, Demetrius. And Thalia walks through.
Oh, yo!
The mist fades, leaving only an archway, empty.
Wordlessly, Demetrius stands there before looking up, dead into May's eyes.
Let's go.
We've got shit to do.
And he'll turn and follow.
Yo.
Then on
Were we still close enough to see all that happen, like me and Quinn? Like, we started walking away to follow them to a portal, but like, did we see that part happen?
those of you who don't speak Infernal would not have understood what happened, but Thalia did walk past you. Yeah, we'll just say like they came down.
We
the
did
ramp
hear
and-
yelling.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I speak Infernal, so I would have understood exactly what happened.
Then there you go.
Okay, well, Rocky was following, still holding on to Quinn's arm, but like their grip got tighter and tighter as the yelling happened, and just like death grip by the end.
Where will these ones be going?
It doesn't have a name. There's an island in the Claret Strait. Koigrim, are you coming?
I will be along shortly.
This can be arranged.
We'll meet you there. That's where we're headed.
Very well. The same thing happens. The vines come swirling up. It fills with mist.
I look over at Demetrius. I'm sorry.
He turns and looks you dead in the eyes. The jovial mask he wore previously for so long, finally gone. As is the kind of country, pleasant accent.
We have work to do. Let's focus on it.
As
While
he
they're
turns
having
and
that-
stares at the
While they're
arch.
Sorry. While they're having that moment, May just like fucking walks around and goes through the arch.
Okay.
Queen goes in.
Demetrius follows.
Celine goes in.
Rocky,
also went in when
before
Quinn
you
went
go, before
I
you
go.
go, Rocky, the Lord of Flowers kind of taps a finger, like to your forearm, to kind of have you pause.
in. Rocky looks back.
Be safe in your travels.
A little hesitant and confused, but acknowledging that there's some levity to why they're saying that. They pause and then walk through.
Koigrim, as you remain and the mist fades from the doorway, leaving only the empty green space within. Let us begin your training. The rest of you. You step through the doorway, and the cool, strangely comfortable chill of the Shiverpine Grove is instantly replaced by a humid, warm wind as you step out onto what looks like a wide, grassy plain with the tall grass just blowing, not wildly, not in a frenzy, but just back and forth incessantly before you. Off to your right lies the red of the Claret Strait. In the distance beyond, you think you can just barely see tinges of some kind of smoke the outline perhaps of a city. But before you there is just the plains and the rolling hills of the island west of Merlbach. And because I only prepared maps for Asteria, that is where we're going to end tonight's session of Tales of Terminus.
So are you saying that you expected us to all go Asteria
Yeah.
first?
Dory's
Damn
muted.
it. Who made Red Mama bitch? Who was in charge of that? Who was in